like even though those top players, even though these like figureheads are like have the opportunity to stream and potentially be more have more staying power.
Yes.
It's nice to see them support the local community, and that's what Zomba continues to do, on top of inflating his ego because he farms literally everybody.
Yeah, it's just
Except Tilde.
It's Zomba, except for Tilde. Tilde the GOAT.
Tilde the god.
You're completely right. But thankfully, yes, we are seeing a lot of our top player talent in Tri-State and around the coast come out for a beautiful, really high stacked regional event here in Brooklyn, in New York. So Zomba already starting off on a right foot, keeping not Mishka, Stage Hazard. I don't know why I do that.
Wrong Samus.
I know, wrong Samus. Always happens. But keeping Stage Hazard was in a very uncomfortable positioning there off stage, but thankfully it will come back pretty much center stage, utilize both the bombs, the up B out of shield, utilize a lot of little options that Zomba can only contest with one projectile, or technically two, but one projectile being Gyro, the best friend of all time.
I mean, it certainly is, because it will just flat out, by the nature of Gyro being an item property and not a projectile property, particularly even a energy projectile, it'll beat it outright.
Yep.
Every time. And that is so huge when it comes to Samus, because Samus is one of those characters where the best way to play the matchup is to change the questions that you're asking. Instead of, how do I deal with Charge Shot? Now, Zomba doesn't say, I don't have to deal with Charge Shot. Instead, you have to deal with Gyro. Changes the question, flips the narrative, and turns a lead, and gains them a lead, but only for a little bit of time as Stage Hazard immediately answers back.
That was a really cute mini bomb into the forest smash. That was really cute. Really cute stuff for Stage Hazard.
That was a side B. Zomba.
Zomba, what are we doing?
What the heck, dude?
No, but again, Zomba playing his right game plan here, keeping Samus really uncomfortable on stage for a prolonged period of time. She only has so many options to come at the stage, and wasting all those resources would have been really nice, but Stage Hazard is kind of just different, able to come at the stage with that really nice, nicely placed forward air into the double up air right here on this platform as an extension off of for the extra height. Catching someone like Rob, who does have a really good vertical recovery option, Lily Rob up B. Very, very good option to have as Samus as well, but Gyro into the Fatal Laser, missing it, letting Stage Hazard live a little bit longer as well.
If there's anything I want to see from the spot dodge, getting caught up by that down smash, Zomba holding onto that lead and looking pretty good, but Stage Hazard has those screw attacks online, just but barely missing. Great spacing from Zomba there. It worked so many times in a row, but then Zomba spaces appropriately around screw attack. You find a huge loss in value as Zomba takes to the grab and gets a couple of meaty hits.
Yeah, lots of meaty hits, forcing Stage Hazard back to the left side of the stage once more. The grab into the pummel. Can we get the up tilt option? No, but we follow through regardless. Another up tilt into the up air has been a really good option for Rob. In general, great thing to just catch the players like Stage Hazard, kind of lacking at the wheel in the air recovery. Beautiful tech off of the down air, though. Zomba living, dying. No, we're living.
Barely surviving here at 183. You are at up throw kill percents, though. It's just going to take a matter of whether or not you can find the grab, and there it is right there. You throw out a couple of missiles, you throw out, you have the threat of charge beam, but you're not making it back after that directional air dodge. That's unfortunate for Stage Hazard.
Look at Stage Hazard.
I mean, look, he's a little sad boy right there.
He was like, oh, I did the thing.
Right,
I air dodged off stage.
Yeah, if it was neutral air dodge, he might have been able to make it back, but definitely not directional air dodge.
Yeah, when you directional air dodge, you just leave. You truly just like, trying to avoid the forward air. Had the right option, idea, but no.
Yeah, no, did not work. And that's tough too, because it felt like they were keeping up with Zomba pretty well overall. What Samus can do effectively is air-to-air Rob very well with things like forward air, with things like up airs, like catch the big body floating around in midair. Because while Charge Beam isn't necessarily as effective in the grand context of things, Charge Beam is still amazing.
Yes.
You do still gain a lot of value off of Zomba jumping around a lot. Like, going air-to-air and finding your anti-airs is going to be the name of the game up until Zomba gets their opening.
Yeah, but the opening is kind of getting a little bit more difficult to reach through as Stage Hazard is playing a little bit more of a different game plan. Beautiful parry on the forward smash, getting the up B instead. Love that awareness from Stage Hazard as well. Okay, nice keep roll in place, avoiding the laser, getting hit by the gyro, but knowing that shield poke or that shield pressure with the up tilt was coming instead.
Oh, no, neutral
Oh, you
getup.
were against the wall there. Be careful. Stage Hazard could go either way. Getting the soft hit of the down air, getting a weird angle, but the up smash is going to be, finishing right out nice and strong for Zomba once more. Prince of New York for a reason.
I feel like Stage Hazard is just getting way too antsy when they're in the corner like that.
Oh, no.
You're getting caught with a full drift side B. Like, that was a kind of recognition of his own bad habits. Like, oh, I've been landing into Zomba a little too much. Got up smash for the for that first stock. I need to be careful of just how often I'm floating, when I'm landing, all that stuff. I'll try and mix up. And then Zomba just chases you. He's so good at chasing you down and whittling down your options, even if it's not with like the true typical Rob combos. It's just with raw awareness and aggression. Up throw.
There we go. Up throw. There you go.
It looks so cool. It's like crazy that Samus has a kill throw, but it's rad.
I love Samus up throw kill. Yep. Like, it's just so chucks you up into the air. I love it. But so is Zomba, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, Zomba knows, I'm Rob. I have better aerial recovery, aerial airspace than most other players, most other characters. Why not abuse it against someone like Samus, who only has so many options between the bombs, between, up B to recover. Now the forwarder coming onto the platform, missing the down air connection, but loving the follow through instead. The up air connecting once more. Zomba has been in this air for a little bit too long, but there is that over aggression that leads into Stage Hazard's downfall. That was literally happening so many times.
Yep.
Stop using up B.
It wasn't even okay, that up B was greedy as hell.
It was super greedy.
So
you
greedy.
are not reaching Rob.
You did not need to do that. That is reactable. Zomba is air dodging.